What's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Tarantino, back with another video. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell down below. But today, you know what I'm saying, we chilling, vibing. I got this we're gonna be reacting to this Prince Dre document. It's like well, I wouldn't say a documentary, but like a really an interview. But this dude that made the King Von documentary joint that he got Prince Dre on here. I don't know how he must have paid him or something, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it though. Check this out.
Getting shot at. How old was you at this stage?
Hold on, what it say? I ventured into the trenches out of Chicago, a place known as where danger lurks at every corner. Operating. But yeah, everybody know
Around that
about
time,
that.
probably like man, I was getting shot at in grammar school in like 8th grade, 7th grade,
How old are you in 7th, 8th grade in this country?
probably like 12.
You was getting shot at 12 years old.
My best friend, he got killed in 8th grade. He was 12 years old.
Man, that's how it be though in
Yeah,
Chicago, man. I hear friends start getting shit like didn't even make it to high school, like fresh out of 8th grade, getting killed.
killed, been drive-by. I grew up in Chicago, Illinois, on the southeast side. I was born in Woodline on 64th Cottage Grove, moved to 79th East End.
East side.
Then after that, I went to 71st when my mama first got her own little apartment. Then we was there for like 2 years.
And what was school like for you growing up in Chicago?
S- School, for me, school, it was fun, but towards, like, I'm gonna say, boom, I went to school, in grammar school, elementary school. I don't know, people call it different things. Uh, so
Wonder what
I went to
school he
school
went
with
to.
people like, you probably hear like LBG Noon, other sets that I was cool with. So at first we was cool. Then people start, we getting older, we choosing what sides we with. Then once people start choosing their
I had to say that nigga he looked like a completely different person with his teeth fixed.
sides, that's like high school. That's like when you mature. So then now we in two with each other, cause boom, they on that side, we on this side. But this stuff that been going on from way before time with people choosing sides of where they from and where they growing up. So growing up in school, it was dangerous to it wasn't, it probably be dangerous to other people. But me and my life online, looking back, it was dangerous. I was getting shot at, going to school, all type of stuff.
When you say you are getting shot at, how old was you at this stage?
Around that time, probably like, man, I was getting shot at in grammar school in like 8th grade, 7th grade,
How old are you in 7th,
Damn.
8th grade in this country?
probably like 12.
You was getting shot at 12 years old.
My best friend, he got killed in 8th grade. He was 12 years old. Yeah, he got killed, been drive-by.
What was the circumstances? So literally, he was walking home, or
Nah.
Yeah, that shit crazy though. That's how it be though. But like shit, that's how it is in Chicago, man. Like, well, shit, I wasn't that young. First time I got shot at, but shit, that I can make that another video though. Shit, I was like 15 though, but on some mistaken identity shit. But that's another story.
He wasn't walking on. He was chilling in the hood. He was just chilling. Then whoever they came through and they shot at him and they killed him. He got hit in the head at 12.
Yeah.
and when that happened, did that change your mindset at all?
Around that time, I ain't gonna lie, I was really young again, so it just made me like fuck life. Like before I was rapping anything, I thought I wasn't gonna make it out at them times. I
Yeah, my
really wasn't
camera.
keen. I was
No, it's
doing
still on.
drugs at them young ages, pop pills, smoke.
At 12.
Yeah, 12, 13. Yeah.
So I guess prior to losing your friend, did you have aspirations of wanting to do other things? Like,
Around that time, really my best friend, he one that made me rap, cause we was doing like writing in school, just
But yeah, he been here at bars though. Like if y'all like remember like some of like the older shit. Like he been doing that for a minute though.
they was playing with it, so it made I'm like, man, I can do that. Then I was just playing at the time though. So when Chief Keef blew up, that's really when I pushed into it. Like, dang, if he did, he come from where I'm
That's when
from,
everybody in the city
I can
did.
do it too.
and then what was you doing in your life after 12? Like, so after 8th, 9th grade, what was you doing? Was you still in school at that age?
Yeah, I went to school until my 10th grade year.
And how old is 10th grade here?
Wait,
15.
15, 16.
So you dropped out of school at that age. And then what did you go on to do with your life?
After that, I just was rapping. I was on the road with Dirt. I really was on the road by myself. I was just popping up the cities wherever he was at, cause my name was like ring around that time.
And then touching back, how would you say it was growing up in South Chicago as a child?
Chicago, it's a gangster city. That's what we know from like Al Capone, the Larry Hoover, Jeff Ford, King David. So like my grandparents and daddy and mama was in the streets, so I was around it young, like riding with my daddy outside my mama's son. Like I was
It was
born
different
into it.
back then though.
So growing up in Chicago was like normal. Well, what we thought was normal, but to other everywhere, same thing going on. But what make us different in Chicago is we all gangs. It's like basically what gangs started at Chicago. You got gangs in California. But then the gangs that's in Chicago and California spread it out across the United States.
Pretty
Why
much.
do you think South Chicago has such a violent reputation?
They say that Southside starting, that's where the most violence at. Shootings, killings.
And is that definitely the case?
From the statistics, yeah.
And how dangerous would you say Old Block is?
Old Block to me, oh, Old Block is really like normal to me. It's normal. It's normal
Yeah, see,
because
like it's crazy because like, actually like I'm from Chicago. And actually like being from the hood, it's like you don't realize like how like until you move away really. Like you don't realize like how fucked up it is when you there. Cause it's like the shit happen, it's like normal. And it's like you get numb to it. So it's normal as hell. Like shit that like cause I didn't have conversations with people and shit that I think that like well growing up that I didn't seen and been around and shit like that. It's like normal to us. But people on the outside looking in, they be like, damn, that's crazy. But like it's like we don't realize like how bad it really is, like especially if it's like a neighborhood that you actually from. Like that stuff go on, but it's normal though. It's like you getting like numb to it. But I ain't gonna go on just talking like that. I'm gonna hop back into it.
I travel. So I go places. I go to dangerous cities, murder caps. So everything really the same to me. Is really everybody living the same lifestyle. So it's like no different from nowhere else. Everybody in the
Right, this
tour with
shit
each
is
other. Everybody
normal.
killing. Everybody dying somewhere
It's
else.
sad, but
Just
it's
like
it is.
probably in London, they killing out there. It just everywhere is the same. It's just how the government and them people put us in these positions to go against each other.
As well,
I kind of get what
what
he's saying
people's
though,
opinion? Just
but it's like like Chicago, it been stuff going on in Chicago, but it's like the media and everything that made it worse because now it's like a spotlight on Chicago that you know what I'm saying with the gun violence or whatever. So it's like singled out, which make it kind of worse because it's like literally that's what it's known for.
Just touching on the music there of UK drill from coming from Chicago, because obviously,
My opinion on it.
yeah, because I feel like drill music was invented in Chicago and now it's pretty much gone global.
Really, drill. My first song that pushed me up was from somebody in the UK. He made the beat for me.
As well, going back to Chicago, why is Chicago sometimes referred to as Chirac?
Because the violence, it was once upon a
He asks
time,
some dumbass
the murder
questions.
rate was higher than Iraq, like the war out there. So that's why they nicknamed it Chirac, because the violence and the people that was dying. Then the people that was in the war, actual war in Iraq, the numbers was way more than that. So that's how the Chirac come about.
As well, touching
Like
back to your school
everybody
life,
know that.
do you reckon if your best friend wasn't killed at 12, you still would have gone the direction that you did in regards to gang life shootings?
If it wasn't for rapping, I think I'd be dead or in jail for real, for real. Rapping really saved my life. I can truly say that even though I'm not at that point like a Jay-Z or something, the bigger ups, rapping really saved my life. For real, for real.
And you really think you'd be dead now or potentially in jail if you didn't get into music?
What if I didn't get into music? Yeah.
What's the most extraordinary or unusual thing you've witnessed in, say, Chicago or Old Block itself?
I witnessed so much stuff, man. I don't even know. Craziest thing, man, when I was young, I seen the nigga come up the street. He come up the street, block the street. You know, like how at like a block party, how the car turn to block out the street. And I seen him hop out of the car. He getting that, he did what he did. That was some crazy stuff too. I was young.
So he blocked off the street
Yeah.
and then he got out the car, and then what did he do?
He did what he did. He started doing what he was doing.
Bro, he trying to get him to say
I
like
ain't gonna say what he
exactly
did,
like,
but he
oh,
did
he
what he
hopped out
did.
shooting.
That
How do residents of Old Block or South Chicago feel about tourists visiting?
it just really depends on how they come about. Because with things going on in the world, people into it and stuff, you really don't know. Like, it's just how they come about, how they approach themselves, and what they know. It's just all about how you approach yourself. Just like me, I go places by myself, knowing I don't even know these people. But me, how I approach the situation, they get the feeling off me. They really adapt to me.
If Olivia caught a taxi by herself to South Chicago, Old Block, what would happen?
Like a regular lady,
Yeah.
she'll be good. It just really depending on how she coming about.
Almost
It's about how you
are,
move.
how you'll be judged.
It's about how you is. Just you stand yourself. If you say like, because she her skin tone white, so 9 times out of 10 they gonna think this a
You the
fan, or
police.
they gonna think this a police. So if you black, 9 times out of 10 they gonna think you a fan or you somebody that I'm supposed to be older. So it just all about how they approach the
Right.
situation.
Because the craziest thing, like I explain to people, like Chicago is segregated, like on some real shit. Like we didn't like I can't speak for like everybody, but like on average, like anybody that grew up in like the inner city, like in the hood, whatever, we ain't grew up around white people. Didn't the only time we seen white people was the police going to school, firefighters, you know, shit like that. Other than that, it's all shit black people. So like when you see a white person, like you know, that's why people be like, damn, that's probably the police, you know, woo woo. But anyway,
As well, can you explain the meaning behind the gang signs that people throw Like, 'cause obviously we obviously see all these things that are happening in the UK, but it's almost the case, I guess, in this country, people can be killed for throwing up certain gestures with their hands.
Yeah, but nowadays people don't go out the gang signs. Nowadays it's just a lot of people's signs be the same thing, so you really don't know what nobody throwing up. It ain't like how it used to be, like with GD, BD, Stone, Vice Lord, Crip Blood, shit like that. That's probably still going on in like Cali and stuff, but this generation, they don't care about none of that.
And when you say GDs, BDs, what would they be? Because my viewers may not have any idea with what that is.
Now it's different names, but then people know as Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples.
I wanted to know if you watched Real Trap Law's recent video that he made on King Von, and what are your thoughts on it?
I ain't see it, but I heard about it.
What did you hear?
Wait a minute. He said that ain't that him? Like that's the same voice. Like I think that is him. Am I tripping?
That they were trying to make it seem like he this and that.
What was he like? Because obviously,
What was he like?
yeah.
Man, he was a good artist person. He was man's how he was on the internet, and he was, to me, like obvious. To your girl, you're a different person than what you'll be with your friends. So that's what everybody not the same.
Depending on who
they
they
got
around.
the same intentions, but they just not the same. Like more with your girl, you'll be more softer, but with other people, you'll be more hard. But with me though, he was him. He was. I ain't gonna say he was soft, but he was a good-hearted person.
And as well, when he did pass away, where was you, and how did that affect you?
I was around. It still hurt. It still hurt right now. Yeah. It's all the losses still hurt. Even before him, after him, they all hurt.
How old are you, Trey?
Me, I'm 27.
And how many friends have you lost?
Couldn't even tell you.
I don't know. I lost number. I lost count. I ain't gonna lie to you. I lost a lot. I lost count.
Bit of a deep question, I guess. With your background, would you say you're afraid to die?
Then, like 12 and that, nah, I wasn't scared to die. Now that I got kids, I'm scared to die.
And do you feel like your whole perception of that life?
It ain't that I'm scared to die. It's just I don't know what will happen if I leave my kids. So I'm just scared to leave my
Right.
people alone. Yes.
And
Even
what
growing
are
up.
people's perception in Chicago, South Chicago, of people in London? Because we always have this impression that I guess people in Chicago often think people in London are a bit soft and sweet. Is that still the case? Was that perception
Yeah,
changed?
nah.
I ain't never heard that London was soft and sweet. It's just the way y'all talk is more politer than what we talk. But I understand the difference because I'm a person that study and pay attention to everything. So our education was taken from us from like slavery and stuff. So in London, they the way they talk is regular English. But
Right,
us,
real
we got
English.
messed up in English because we come from, you got people from London, you got people from Mexico, you got people from all these different places, and they come and they don't have education because they were took from us. So I don't think that y'all soft. I just think y'all just talk different. And then the way y'all laws is different from my laws. America made off guns. London can't have guns. But y'all dangerous because y'all got swords and knives and
Hell yeah,
a
it's
person will be
crazy.
more scared to stab somebody than to shoot somebody.
Is there many stabbings in Chicago at all?
Me, I stab somebody. I ain't gonna lie to you. Me, but people scared. You probably they hear more of like Mexicans doing styles. Other than that, me, I don't care about the style.
And I just wanted to talk about, I guess, gang culture in general. Like, to the average person, I guess it's almost shocking that because people are born 200 meters that way, that I guess you're going to grow up hating that person. Like,
No, it don't work like
and
that.
don't you think that's a bit? It's just, I guess, yeah, to the average person that's crazy. But I guess when you're in it, it's different.
Like you saying, like you this close to somebody,
Yeah, and just because he lives there, you now have a problem with him.
not a problem. The way it is not
Yeah.
really like
It's not like that.
like again, we come from America. America was taught wrong. We was taught to hate each other. It's just like even in Africa, right? You got the black people that was selling the slaves to the people, to the Europeans and stuff. So it's really no difference, cause it was going on like black people against black people. Like how is they selling their own people for money? So basically here we still in a trap, even though we don't know that we still got them in us. Probably cause niggas ain't from Africa, but some people is from Africa. They still got like their heritage, ancestry in them. So, boom, it's in you to go against your own people still because it was been going on way before your time. Then we just here on top of each other and come from projects and this. They broke up the projects, put everybody on these blocks.
Yeah.
Now you was just in tour with them. I mean, you just in tour.
Now that's when Chicago really went up, when they tore the projects down and everybody started dispersing through the city. Yeah, that's when it started to go up.
With them in the projects. Now you on the same block. Well, you probably on this block and they on that block.
Yeah.
Now you trying to figure out how you finna get some money because you're not in the projects on Section 8 no more. So they like crowds in the bucket, like the New Orleans saying. Now they fighting each other because they want this territory for their money. It was going on way before my time. It was way before my mama and daddy time, just how it was set up.
Do you think that'll ever change? Like, do you see an end to the violence in Salem?
I don't think violence will never change. I don't think it won't be no killing without killing.
But almost, don't you think the picture's a little bit bigger? So it's almost like people are kept in these blocks, in these environments.
Yeah, we're gonna skip through a little bit of this.
Isolation for me to stay focused.
And if you had one wish as well, Dre, what would that be?
If I had one wish, I wish for $100 billion without worries.
And how different do you think your life would have been if you didn't move out of Chicago?
How different it would be?
So if you never left,
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'd probably still be in the trap. I still gotta keep coming, cause I gotta feel my environment to keep me focused. That's why I go places, because it's almost like it's motivation. Like I still gotta go here to get the push. Like everybody go through like hard times and everybody go through emotional states. So for me, when I go to like hoods and stuff, you probably like, man, this man crazy going to murder cops by himself. No, it's really on just getting the love and seeing it, and it just pushed me like I gotta get out of there.
everywhere you've been, all these murder capitals, where would you say, out of all the locations, is the most violent place that you have been?
I ain't gonna lie, the New Orleans culture, the most different culture I ever seen in my life. I guess that's why I love it, because it's like their own world, and like them people really fucked up.
Yeah. So tell me about New Orleans.
I love New Orleans. It's the coaches, them people really in the bucket. As crabs in the bucket, they really in the drowning trying to get out. They stuck in their ways. I don't know. I love it because it's
Never
like
been out.
motivation.
Well, I ain't never been to Louisiana in
Tell me about your
general.
chain.
I got this from King Von, my brother.
What would you say that means to you?
To me, it's basically like all I got. Well, I know, bro, with me all the time, but this tell me like he with me.
And when you meet, I guess, fans, do they ever ask for a picture with the chain?
My little cousin, my family, they let me see the chain, let me see the chain. Kids, they let me see the chain. But other than that, I ain't gonna let nobody else do that though. But kids though, yeah.
And what kind of message, I guess, would you give to that next generation? Because I feel like if anyone can change the next generation, have sort of influence, it'd be the older generation like yourself. So what kind of things would you be telling these 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds who are now, I guess, going through what you did 10 years ago?
I don't know, because
Yeah, some of them at 17, like 18.
everybody not the same. Everybody don't think the same.
You can't damn near
That's
say
something
none
that
of
I
them.
learned. Everybody do
You can
not
try,
think the
but
same. So I can tell a kid, man, look, with anybody I talk to or touch, they grow, they listen to me, but they gotta know me to listen to me. So I tell the kids, like, stay focused. Just stay focused. Don't fall into the trap. Most of us all fail from the trap. So I just would tell kids, just keep going.
skip a little.
So now, like, it's a lot of people that don't even. That's why a lot of these niggas be dying too quick, because they don't really know how to move before they even start talking about this and that. Man, how could you talk about this and that? You got a job. You got it. Like, I learned my lesson. Like, going to school, getting shot at and took things.
Yeah,
Man,
there ain't nothing wrong with
how the
having a
fuck you
job
get
though.
into it? Nigga, we going to school. You think we can't get caught going to school? You think I'm gonna go work at McDonald's and get caught leaving at McDonald's? You think I'm gonna no? So
Well, yeah, in that case, yeah, if you got
It-
ops, it
Coming
ain't
back to
smart.
Chicago, whenever you do come back, is there still certain areas that you can't go, or do you feel free to go anywhere in Chicago you like?
man, it's really like everywhere. Not just Chicago. It's places that it's just about how you move and how you come about with the situation. We really can go anywhere we want to go.
Because my understanding is that Old Block's ops is mainly 63rd. So could you walk through 63rd without no consequences?
Could I do it?
Yeah. At this and now in this stage in your life.
Nah, because if I'm just walking, they go, they go such and such, get them. No, I can't. I'm not gonna do no dumbass shit like that.
That's crazy.